Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel. And today's topic is going to be
traveling tips. So let's start off with like our number one thing, okay?
Yeah.
So my wife had the great idea of traveling with backpacks instead of a rolly thing. Why? Tell them why.
So when you roll like the luggage, number one is a little bit bulkier. Yes, you don't have to necessarily carry it, but it kind of touches the ground everywhere you go. And we've been to some grimy places where you don't want to bring anything the floor has to offer. So that's when these came. Open it up.
Yeah, and they're very handy. They have
They're
a lot
awesome.
of different pockets.
Amazon, guys.
Oh look, I do.
Yeah.
Amazon? How much was this one?
I think on
Like
special was
$60 or
no,
something
80,
like that?
$79.99, yeah.
But yeah, let me open it so you guys can kind of see the main inside and all the different compartments here.
So it's a backpack, but it actually opens up like a luggage. So I generally like to put the shoes here, that way it doesn't touch anything else, or you know, whatever way you like to do it. It has little like clips so that everything just stays down, and then it has these compartments here. This is usually like our snack area here, like it opens down. If you have stuff that gets like wet, like it's awesome. It has so many compartments. I mean, it is awesome.
Can we put the description in the box?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
this? And then what's cool too is like, say you do have a lot of stuff, it takes a little bit of the pressure off your back because you can actually tie it like this, right? So now it's like on your
As well
the
as
top of your
your
body and not just your back. So it really helps. It's a really good traveling backpack.
Yep. So that for sure is, we have a his and hers on that. We used to only travel with like roll-on. We never do check-in.
Never
check-in.
check-in. Only
Number
carry-on,
one.
guys.
Don't do that. It's so unnecessary. We've gone on like a whole week trip just with this, and it's just the essential. So today we're gonna break down a little bit of what it is we actually bring with us on vacay or when we travel.
Tell them how to get on the pre-check thing.
Oh yeah, so we've been part of Global Entry for about 4. We're coming up on our 5th year on, and it is the best thing. If you have a clean record, you've never been arrested or anything like that, it's like $100 for like 5 years. You kind of check yourself in and out when you come back into the country. You don't have to wait for any of the lines. You don't have to wait for bags. It's just you've got like a straight shot home. We're in and out in less than 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, when we come back into the U.S., sometimes there's like a 2-hour line or 1 hour just to go through immigration.
Yeah.
You skip it completely. You go to this kiosk, you put your thumbprint,
I think it's 4 fingers, yeah.
and it gives you a receipt, and you give it to the officer, and they're just like, go. They don't even check your stuff.
Yeah, because you've been already vetted.
Yeah,
so.
It's like a inner circle, trusted process. So, so once you're in it, they just like trust you already because you have a clean record. So the probabilities of you having something or whatever. And also, but is that separate from the pre-check-in?
It includes it.
Okay, but how can they get that or how do they get it?
So it's called Global Entry. Just Google it, and then be careful because there are websites who charge you a $20 or $25 fee to do the application for you. You don't need to do any of that. Just make sure that the website that you are doing your application on, it ends with .gov. I don't remember what it is, but the program is called Global Entry. So
the TSA pre-check-in, that's what I was talking about.
So it includes TSA pre-check, which is when you're traveling within the United States. You don't have to take off your shoes or the luggage and
or your
that
jacket.
whole saga.
Yeah,
you go through the separate TSA pre-check and you're good to go.
And usually it's a shorter line, so they have like the regular line and then they have the TSA pre-check. And again, this is for when you're traveling within the U.S. to different states. So again, when you go through the metal detector, you don't have to take off your shoes or your jacket and stuff. It's much easier, much faster, and less of a hassle.
Yeah, so that for sure. So get yourself a nice little traveling small size that you don't have to check in. Number one, you save time and you save money because each time you check in a bag, it's about $30, $40.
$25 to $50.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Save yourself that money. Next up is you bring yourself a book. Yes, you can watch TV. Yes, you can sleep the whole time. Just bring a book. It's a great time where you usually don't have Wi-Fi or usually don't have, you're on the social media. Bring a good book. And then if you have downtime, whether you're on trains or whatever, it's always good to just read whatever it is you're reading at that moment.
Yeah, might as well educate yourself and learn something new during that downtime and those hours that you're going to be traveling. Next we have this. Where's mine? Oh, I only brought one. That's fine.
So these, I got us these for, we used to have other ones, like older ones, and these are a little bit better. These are actually kind of cool because they have a pocket here, so if you want to listen to music or whatever, you put it here, and then it's just like kind of like that Tempur-Pedic type material.
You know, it's cool because sometimes, like, if you fall asleep without one of these, usually
your neck hurts.
all the way down, or like this, and then like your neck starts to hurt. Well, with this, you pretty much like stay right here and you don't go all the way down or back. Like, it just supports your neck. It's much more comfortable, especially if you're riding in the middle seat and you can't lean to the window or someone next to you. You know, you want to be like all awkward. So this is really cool. Good investment. You can get this on Amazon
Ross as well. Super cheap, like $7. The reason I got this one though, most and above all, is because of this. So I usually clip this somewhere on the backpack, and you don't have to worry about it. Some of the older ones have a bag that you gotta stick it into and then tie that bag onto something. All this, you don't even have to worry about it. We clip it up on top, and there it goes. Like, it's the beauty of it. You don't even have to worry about it anymore. And then, moving along, so this is our little toiletry bag. I bought us his and hers as well, a new one. This one's really cool. Amazon, I believe it was like $7-8 as well. Has all kinds of compartments, you know, for whatever. These are like face wipes, like little bobby pins. Just take the essential, guys. So we'll start off with this right here. These are diarrhea pill, guys.
Please take diarrhea pills when you travel international, guys.
Yeah, and so they're like Imodium or anti-diarrhea generic brand. It all works. It's all good. You don't need to take the whole pack. Just bring a couple. We both have some just in case we don't travel together. You never know when you can get sick, and you kind of know that this works, and whatever, you know, place, wherever it is you go, you might not understand what kind of stuff they have at their pharmacy, so just carry this. I always have this, Benadryl, and Tylenol, because you never know, and Alka-Seltzer.
Also, you can get these for like a 99 cents or a few
Target
for 99 cents, and it's great because you could use these for like when I first started traveling, guys, I used to carry all my big bottles. I used to carry a big shampoo bottle, a big lotion bottle, my big gel bottle, and I had like all this stuff. These were invented, and it saved my life. So now we just carry a bunch of these. So I use one for like a little container, like probably about this size, for everything, for lotion, shampoo, gel, and yeah, so it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And you could seal them in little Ziploc bags so that they don't, you know, spill.
And they have different options. They have the regular. Do I have any regular? No, because you have those usually in yours. But this one is a spray. This is for my hair, like a after shower detangler. So there you go. So this is the regular shampoo. This is the spray mist one. Like, it's really not, you don't need to take your whole house, guys. It's literally, this can last you forever. You will be fine. In addition to that, make sure you bring, you know, your moisturizers, your SPFs, and everything you can get travel size. Target is awesome for that. I love them. You really don't need to bring like a whole lot of stuff. This is something cool. Where did you get these?
I don't know, but you could get them on Amazon. Amazon has everything. Or 99 cent store.
You took over shop.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. You know, it's kind of disgusting to just have your toothbrush just kind of just roaming everywhere. This kind of protects it, and then you could just suction it onto the mirror, and that way you have it there, easy to go. So yeah, those are a little some of the hacks we found. One other thing I do want to mention is I always bring a nail clipper, because you never know. And another thing are Ziplocs. Recently we've been traveling with Ziplocs. Some places, usually Central America, any lotion, any makeup that's liquid, they are so picky about it, and they want it inside a Ziploc bag. Why? I don't know. But we travel with them. Last time we actually just had a layover there, and they went through, you know, it was our carry-on, and so she's like, oh, you gotta throw this away, it's liquid makeup, unless you have a Ziploc. Thank God we did, and we're able to give some to random people there, but that's another pointer.
Another one is that when you travel international is always drink bottled water only. Don't drink water from like the sink, a faucet, or tap water, because guaranteed to pretty much give you a really bad stomach ache, or even ice.
Yes.
Because it's technically water,
like smoothies,
frozen water, right? So anything that, any water, make sure it's bottled water. Yeah, because you'll get diarrhea, and we both have experienced that a couple times in our trips.
Yeah. So for sure that. So we've covered the medicine, the actual travel part of it. How about your points? Talk about how we get free flights and free stay sometimes.
Yeah, so the way we actually just got back from New York a week ago, and the way we got free flights and free hotels by building points. So I have a United Mileage Plus credit card that when you sign up, they give you, I believe, about 50,000 points. As a bonus to when you sign up for the credit card, you have to spend, I think, about $3,000 in the first 3 months in order to get those points. And the way it works with United is every 25,000 is a round trip flight within the US from like LA to New York, for example. So I was able to get us complimentary round trip flights to New York. And there's also credit cards that you can use to get points for other things like hotel stay. So I own and run a couple Latin dance festivals in LA, the LA Bachata Festival, look it up. And so because I host that event, the Westin and Sheraton, they give us free points. And so we were able to stay for 4 nights in New York, absolutely free. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool hacks like that where you can learn to leverage money. And it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And when you use these loopholes and strategies, you can keep more of your money. So
yeah. So that's another cool point. I still don't have it down. This is department. I don't. Yeah, that's.
My wife handles directions, so before we get there, she's like,
this is what we're doing.
This is where we're going at this time on these days, and I'm like, all right, sounds good. I'll negotiate the finances, and when we buy stuff, and you get us around.
Yeah. So and then last but not least, snacks, you guys.
Snacks.
And the reason we say that is because number one, we already know airport food isn't always the best. 2 is like 3 times as more expensive, and sometimes they don't even have options that you really want. So what we kind of learned to do is just to travel with a bunch of snacks, and it is what we like, what we want. So let's share with them what are they.
Yeah, so we were able to take bananas, oranges, and a bunch of granola type of bars when we went to New York. We literally had a whole bag, and that was pretty much like our breakfast every day because we don't eat a big breakfast. We would just have that and then pick up a coffee somewhere in the morning or from the hotel, which we were able to get for free also.
Yeah, and so we also had cuties. We had baby little mini Oreos.
Oreos, yes. We had the Cliff Bars. Those are amazing.
So all these things,
one.
they fit in our bag, guys, because you want to just consolidate the bare minimum. You only need 1 pair of sandals. You only need 1 pair of tennis shoes. And if you know that you're going to go somewhere where there's water, your water shoes, that's it. We don't need to do the most.
What you're going to wear.
Yeah.
Don't bring 4 options. Just figure it out. If you know what you're going to do in advance, then you can plan exactly to take only what you're going to wear, and then it won't be as heavy and as much of a hassle to carry around.
Yeah, you don't need to take your whole house. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
And then lastly, you can bring an actual water bottle. A lot of airports have like self-service fill-up water bottle stations that are pretty cool. So you can actually bring an empty water bottle because TSA will not let you bring water in. But an empty one, by all means, bring it.
Another one. Okay.
Oh yeah, bring it, and then TSA actually doesn't care if you bring fruits, so bring all the fruits you want. However, if you are traveling international, other countries don't want any of our produce. They might have restrictions, they may have rules, you may get penalized, so make sure you eat whatever fruit that you are taking outside of the United States before you get to whether, that be El Salvador, Brazil, whatever. But if you're just traveling, within, inside locally in the States, if you go to here to New York or whatever, you can travel with whatever fruits you want, you're okay. And another pointer that he actually did is he put them inside a Ziploc bag just in case the cuties got smashed, the bananas got smashed, each one of them had their bag, and then later on they became...
Yeah, imagine if they smash and then they went all over our clothes, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, and then pistachios, that was one of our highlights. We love pistachios. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Another one, this right here is a lifesaver, guys, because this
Shout
can
out to
charge...
Victor for this one.
You can charge, I don't know how many charges, you can get a lot of charges, like full charges, and you can connect 2 USB connections here. So whether you have an iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. So yeah, portable charging thing like this is awesome. You can find a bunch of these on Amazon. And I forgot how much. I think this one was about $30 or $40. So it's kind of one of the nicer ones that can give you more charges and last longer. So one of these will really help, especially when you're traveling and you don't have an accessible charging station or outlet. It can come in handy.
Yeah. And then last, which I forgot to mention, is disinfectant. Carry it around, guys. We have like a little baby one. I don't think I have it in there. But we have a little baby one that we carry. Another thing, which actually has been like the more recent hack. So can I have my purse? Mm-hmm. Really quick? Yeah. So this is my one of the everyday week purses. Nothing huge, nothing out of this world. So I'll put this inside like a satchel, a bigger one that I actually got in India. It's like a sack. So I'm able to fit my purse and then like all the snacks. So that way I have it with me and I just put it under the seat, and then when we want a snack or my book, I bring it out, yes. We eat or whatever, and that way we don't have to be getting this from the overhead the whole time. So that kind of works out as well, since you're able to take a check-in as long as like a purse type of deal. So that works out as well. Another thing, if you plan to travel often, or even if you don't, because that might change. Right now you might be planning one of your first few trips. Mm-hmm. And then a few years later, you end up traveling a lot. Start building your points with a specific airline or a group of airlines, right? So we travel pretty much only with United because that's where I get free points. And so we just keep building with them. So it just makes more sense. If we wanted to in the future upgrade to a nicer, more spacious seat, we could, or just utilize it for more flights. So sign up for the points. So for United, it's called Mileage Plus. And then, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. When we travel, we don't bring anything back. We're not just go in, like really just have fun, go see what it is you went to see, have a good time, enjoy yourselves. Don't take much. You don't need it all, to take your whole house. But those are our tips. Anything else? What I was gonna say was, any other tips that you have for traveling that we can learn from, or anybody else that you can pass it on to, please drop them in the comments below so that other people, including us, can learn some of your traveling tips. Number 2, make sure you guys subscribe so you can be notified of any videos as soon as we post them. And then we're gonna post our Instagram link in the description below so that way you guys can follow us on our daily Horfany journey. Yeah, and the name of those bags are e-bags. It just came to me, so. All right, guys, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram. Bye.